This is a guy who told landowners they couldn't use water to fight the fires.
Come to beat you up and rob you. Quick, blow your air horn. Oh, I feel so much safer.
Wow, man. Wow.
That said that if that Hunter Biden laptop story
Have any arguments against that right now? And I want to see how it goes. Let me go ahead and open this up because I just want to check out a little bit of it before we get to it. Now, Charlie Kirk blames Maui fires on pagan Hawaiian culture.
What? Okay. What?
He said this is left-wing ideologues that ideologues, how you said, that allowed the island to burn. Right. That there is blood on the hands of water worshippers. Like y'all were just now saying how precious the water was. So they didn't want to use the water to put out a fire. Could it be that Maui did not have to burn if they did not believe such wacky, goofy, pagan stuff? I'm about to play this video right here just to see exactly what they're talking about.
This is Kaleo Manuel, the Hawaiian water official who refused to release water resources and let landowners fight the Maui fire. This is his philosophy about water. Before I play this, I have come under, let's just say, a fair amount of attack from Media Matters and even some Christian pastors because I say that liberals are earth worshipers. They're pagans. Oh, you can't say that. They don't worship the earth. No, they believe in magical elements. That they worship the sun, the moon, the sky, the water. Don't believe me? Play cut 80.
Yeah, peace.
I mean, there's a lot of truth to that. I was an environmental protection engineer. I mean, I'm a protection specialist, sorry, not an engineer. And I work with a whole bunch of environmentalists. And tree huggers are a huge thing. We spent a lot of our money on making sure nothing messed up the environment. And it was, oh my God, I'm not going to talk about how silly it was, but it was silly. It was silly. It was silly.
Okay.
Yeah. It was silly. It was silly. The headline was very
misleading, but that was true.
The commission is responsible per our authorizing statute to protect and manage all water resources in the state. One Water is like taking it and looking at it from a holistic system perspective. You know, in essence, we treated Native Hawaiians treated water as one of the earthly manifestations of a god and a kua kane. We've become used to looking at water as like something which we use and not necessarily something that we revere as that thing that gives us life, right? I mean, to me, it's a shift in value set. So really my motto is always like, let water connect us and not divide us. Like we can share it, but it requires true conversations about equity.
This guy no longer has a job, by the way.
Equity. So they didn't turn the water on. Things burned. This is a guy who told landowners they couldn't use water to fight the fires while the fires were still small. Is it because he believed that water was sacred and we must worship the water? Or is it because of equity? Was it because there were certain people's homes burning that he wanted them to burn? They believe in pagan Hawaiian culture, we must worship water, not life. Wokeism is just a return of an old god. The Bible was written as a refutation. It was obsessed with challenging this idea, specifically of Egypt. This is no different. They believe the Nile was holy, and they believe water is so holy you can't use it to fight a fire. That's what he's implying here. Well, that same guy did not allow the release of the water. This is the one thing that is coming clear in Maui, and the media couldn't care less because I think they're afraid of what they'll find. That this is not climate change, not global warming, not carbon emissions. This is left-wing ideologues that allowed the island to burn, that there is blood on the hands of the water worshippers. Christianity broke us free of pagan slavery. So did the Hebrew Bible, by the way. It challenged this idea of worshiping the earth, that God is not in nature, that God created nature. Could it be Maui did not have to burn? They didn't believe such wacky, goofy, pagan stuff.
Wow, man. Wow.
Okay, Van.
He was fired, by the way. Held accountable? I don't think so. Or let children burn alive in their homes? Maybe they wouldn't have burned alive if you give them water. So what did they do with him? Did they put him in jail? Did they prosecute the man? Nah, they just moved him along. He's got some other job now in some other part of the government, I guess. So, I mean, you know, no one's ever held accountable for these things, really, are they? He did turn on the water!
Hello, how are you? I am under the water.
There was fire. People were burning in their houses.
Now, I would like to do a comparison. I'd like to do a comparison before I have to get off because of my phone battery. I saw an ad ad on today on YouTube talking about what's going on in California and all the laws that are being passed to protect the criminals, okay? And how it's pretty much chasing out the people that live in California out of the state. Millions leaving because they can't protect themselves. Stores can't protect themselves, okay? Now, you look at that kind of almost the same as what's going on with Maui, but handled a different way. And like I said, I saw an ad on YouTube about, seemed like it's supposed to be either a movie or a documentary, and they talk about all the laws that have been passed to protect the criminals.
What do you mean, no cash bail and letting people out who commit murder like in 3 weeks? Because I don't know, they
You can't stop somebody that's robbing your store. Your store, you know, unless it's $900 and something dollars. Because if you do, you're the one that's guilty. You know,
theft is legal in a lot of leftist states now, up to a certain amount, right? So about $900 or something like that. Basically, if you steal less than that, you're good. You can't, you know, it's they're not going to prosecute you. You don't have to you don't go to jail. It's not really theft. You know, as long as you don't go over that amount, go get a couple Xboxes. You can. That's why you see all these people in those videos. They go into stores with their carts and just fill them up. And you think to yourself, oh, these people are probably arrested. They were no, not in these states, not in California anyway. No.
Well,
Wow,
California,
man.
you know, criminals are actually going to California to do this stuff.
Well, of course. If you say, look, come on, you could rob all our stores and not get arrested, of course they're going to go to California.
Yeah, and the most that the state has told people to do is warn others by using air horn. Okay?
Yeah, they come to beat you up and rob you. Quick, blow your air horn. Oh, I feel so much safer.
They can break into your house and take whatever. Yeah. You know?
Oh, they have that in
break into your
Maryland.
house, you and still get away with it.
They have that in Maryland. Like, if they're not coming to you, like, they could have just slapped you and just walked away. My back is toward you. You cannot shoot them. They can walk straight out of your house and you cannot do anything to them.
Yeah.
Now, there is another fact in the Maui thing that is very seldom talked about. We hear everybody asking how many children are missing, where are the children, what happened to the children.
Yeah.
Thousands of children.
Thousands of children were put on school buses and sent home. Nobody knows what happened to the school buses. Nobody knows where they went.
Which is wild because they showed the parking lot before that day happened, and it was like 18 buses in the parking lot or something like that. And then they showed it after, and it's like 5 buses.
And they're not burned up anywhere, but where are they? Now, I have heard, I cannot prove it. There is no video evidence of this, but I have heard that they're parked at a military installation on the other side of the island.
Okay, I would need to see that. See, that's the thing
My pilot friend actually looked, and it's all supposed to be updated, his view of the terrain, and he didn't see them. So I cannot prove that, but this is what I heard from a third source that I can't prove.
Okay.
But that's what I heard.
Which I wouldn't doubt.
Even at that, if that's not true, where are they? Where are the children?
Where in the hell are these kids, man?
Where are the children that didn't make it home?
Truthfully, I would not doubt that, okay? Considering FEMA was there before anything happened. That it was all set up, ready to go, you know. So I do not doubt that.